Every day, about 100 babies are born in Mississippi, each with endless potential. To unlock that potential, they need strong support from the very beginning.
I'm Biz Harris, Executive Director of the Mississippi Early Learning Alliance, or MELA. MELA believes that if we focus on the first 5 years of life for Mississippi's babies and make sure they have what they need to thrive, that the whole state can thrive also.
One of the most important functions of early childhood education, in addition to developing language and communication skills, is social emotional development for young children. Teaching them how to play with other children and interact with other children, to interact with adults who are not their familiar person, to take risk in a setting, to cooperate and take turns and work together to achieve a common goal. Those are life skills that we are teaching the foundations in our program.
Behind every strong start is a system that keeps babies, toddlers, and caregivers at the center. MELA brings together educators, parents, business leaders, and health experts to design a system that works better for everyone.
Historically in Mississippi, we've unfortunately been quite siloed in early childhood. There's not been a defined system of service in place, and we're all better when we work together. MELA has been very unique in the sense that it has been able to get in between the different groups that serve young children and really finding that common ground, engaging in that collective impact work so that we can synergize efforts, we can see things happen. And so it's vital that we connect all of those dots so that we're getting the biggest impact we can possibly get for our children and their families.
The best ideas come from the people closest to the work. That's why MELA launched Mississippi's Prenatal to 5 Policy and Advocacy Coalition Forum for the Future, so that we can build solutions with parents, child care providers, and practitioners.
We should be connected with policymakers and leaders in this field because we are boots on the ground every day working with children and families, and we understand the struggles that they face, the challenges that they're presented with, and we are firsthand in providing solutions.
My baby is the youngest. He was a surprise to our household, and by the time he came along, my grandmother, who so precious to me, was not in a place where she could continue to keep him due to dementia and other health causes. So when Drew was about 6 months old, I started calling child care facilities around Jones County from one end to the other and getting on wait lists because no one had any spaces available for children his age. And I never received any calls back, not one. Until he was 2. But it took a long time and a lot of asking people to watch my baby that I didn't necessarily feel the most comfortable with, but as a working parent, you have to do what you have to do.
Our program serves approximately 500 children per day. That is a lot of families across a good part of the central Mississippi area. And those families bring their children to us so that they can go to work. Mississippi is poised at this time like we've been in no other time in history. We are drawing in people and companies and opportunities to keep our children in the state of Mississippi and to recruit and bring in families from other areas. To support all that growth, families have to have access to high quality early care and education and after school programming so that they can go to work and do their job without worrying about, is their child being taken care of? Is their child safe? Is their child learning?
Change takes leaders. That's why MELA trains and supports parents, teachers, and partners to use their voices year-round.
MELA's led the charge on some advocacy work, organizing Capitol Days, getting people trained to reach out to their legislators, supporting efforts to get people to the Capitol to meet with legislators. And all of that work eventually pays off, particularly when we're able to unite with one voice about the things that we have studied and identified together that will make the biggest difference.
I love the opportunity to share my story of the difficulties I've had in finding childcare and my experiences. Being a part of this council has allowed me to interact with people that I may have never met any other way and get insight from a different perspective.
Being a voice for families and children who can't speak for themselves, it is a lot of work, but knowing that we're a part of educating and providing information and communicating the message has just really been life-changing for me.
That's why MELA invests in Mississippi's childcare providers through our tools like the Shared Services Resource Hub and different networking opportunities. That way they can spend less time on paperwork and more time nurturing Mississippi's babies and toddlers.
Being an early childhood provider, I look for resources, which I'm sure other directors do also. You search out resources that are going to make a difference with what you do in order to be effective in your administration of your center. When I found MELA, it made a difference. It allowed me to have so many other resources all in one place that I didn't have to just search all over, keep Googling, trying to find different things. It was right there and it related to what we need to know in early childhood in Mississippi. It related directly to what we need in our centers.
Supporting and investing in early childhood is the best way to stand by families and build strong communities.
Investing in our babies and our toddlers is really just a base level focus. It's where we all began. Focusing on a healthier childhood can result in a better adulthood. Providing them what they need from the very beginning is so important. This is where it starts. Support our babies, support our families with small children, and you can change the world.
I'm a big voice for little children.
And investing in our children's first 5 years
Builds a stronger future
For each child, every family,
in all of Mississippi.